Now, hi everybody, welcome to Team Fearlessly Authentic Zoom. It is Sunday, December 4th, 2016, and tonight our main topic of conversation is going to be how to create a vision or dream board, whichever way you want to call it, for 2017. This can relate to your business, to your personal life, to life in general. I've always created one that's related to my personal life, and I've had such incredible success come from it. I did not do one this year, and I have made it a priority for myself to do it. As a team, we've tried to figure out a way to get together and do it, and it just doesn't ever seem to work out. So I wanted to give everyone the tools to be able to do it on their own. This is not something that has to be related to Beachbody. It can be completely related to your personal life. And I'm not kidding you. It is mind-blowing how doing it affected and changed my life and kept my focus on my goals and what I was achieving. Excuse me for just one moment. Son, can you not do that right now? You can go into the other room to do that. Thank you. Okay, so really quick, I want to go over some announcements. Some Success Club announcements from November 1st. We have Laura had Success Club 8 this month. Yay, Laura. Good job. Since she started working the business, she's hit Success Club every single month. That girl is not afraid of inviting. And actually, our next Zoom is going to be on inviting, and I'm going to ask Laura to share a little bit about what she does and how she invites, because she is just on fire with the invitations. Amy had Success Club 2. Yay, Amy. Katie also had Success Club 2. Yay, Katie. Stephanie Hanna came in at the very end with Success Club 4, like a boss. Ooh, ooh. And then Stephanie Stevens had Success Club 6. Yay! And I'm really looking forward to January. For those of you who don't know, Shino can't officially be under Stephanie until January 6th. But I have no doubt that girl's going to be on fire. And she's going to be joining the Success Club ranks as well. So even though Success Club isn't about everybody's goals and businesses, our goal is to help people, and we help people by sharing the product, being a product of the product. We are not trying to peddle anything that we aren't using ourselves, and I think that's the beauty of this business. My next message is Super Saturday is coming on Saturday, January 7th. Please mark your calendars. I will be attending. I want everybody else to attend. Tickets are usually between $15 and $20. It just depends. And as soon as I have any information on that, I'll share it with you. I would like to carpool as a team. I think it would be super fun if we all went together. So mark your calendars for Saturday, January 7th. Usually it's in the morning, although the last one was in the afternoon. So just kind of leave that day open for just right now until we figure out more details. The winner of the November prize, in order to win, to be eligible for the coach prize in November, you had to watch the Zoom that we did and comment your biggest takeaway below it, whether you watched it live or you watched the recording of it. And I was going to do a screen share, but we just don't have enough time. So that was the entry. And then every time you got a Success Club point, you got an additional entry into the prize. And the winner was Shino, which is why I made that joke in the last Zoom. So I'm sending you 2 prizes now, Shino. So good job, Shino. This month, the prize that I'm gonna announce it in more detail this week during one of my power hours. But it is going to have a little bit to do with the social media challenge. So let me go right into the social media challenge. Every morning in my bed head and my morning breath, right when I wake up, or sometimes right after I send my kids to school, I don't always wake up at like 9 a.m. I'm up a lot sooner than that, just not quite ready for the day. I do a quick live video in our team, and I share a quick social media challenge, and also I share any quick announcements I have. I do my very best to keep it at 2 minutes. The longest that those live videos are 3 minutes. So I highly recommend that you watch them every single day, because there's oftentimes a quick blip of information. When you screenshot the social media challenge and put it underneath there, I have this handy dandy little chart. I just go in and mark that you did the post for the day, but you're going to be able to get additional points for doing things like attending Zooms. So all of you on tonight's live Zoom will get points. If you attended the last Zoom that we just did, you'll get points. And I'll start to announce like things that you'll get points for. So it won't be like a surprise and you'll have to guess. And then the amount of marks at the end of the month will determine how many times you get entered into the drawing. I'm not just going to give away a prize for the person whose name I draw, but the person who participates the most. So if you attend all of the Zooms, and the important part about the Zooms is that you not just attend them, but at the bottom, underneath, write your biggest takeaway from it, because I think that that's really important for other people to see. Not just for you, because for me, that's kind of the kind of learner I am. Like I have to see it, hear it, do it, and then write it down. So writing it down will help you sort of reiterate it into your brain, and also it'll show other people kind of what was talked about. Otherwise, it's easy to think like, oh, it's just another Zoom, and you know, you don't really want to watch another Zoom. But then if they see your takeaway from it, they might be like, oh, that's something I'm struggling with. I should really watch that Zoom. So be sure when the Zoom is over tonight that you comment below your biggest takeaway from it. So you will get points for attending this Zoom and writing, you know, what your biggest takeaway, or watching this Zoom recording later and writing your biggest takeaway underneath too. And then as we go through the month of December, I'll be giving lots of like little challenges here and there. The reason that I'm doing that is because it's easy in December for all of us to get caught up in the holidays and kind of lose track of, you know, what we're doing. And I don't want to necessarily say lose track of our business, but kind of lose track of what we're doing, like our own workouts, our own shakes, our own plan. And what we do today and what we do tomorrow and what we do for the next week is really going to pay off 3 months from now. We really want to show people that we can enjoy things like apple cider and pumpkin bread, which are 2 things that I just had, and also still stay on track. I think people assume when you're a health coach that you're just like I have people say to me all the time, like, oh, I wish I had your motivation. I wish I didn't eat everything on the planet. And I'm always like, girl, I eat everything on the planet. I don't always have motivation. Like, you have my motivation. You have the same thing I have. I just have these people that I'm committed to. And so we just have to stay consistent. So these little challenges that I'll present throughout the month, you'll have an opportunity to participate in. But those morning social media challenges are just a quick screenshot, just like we did in the bigger team challenges, underneath the posts that I've made, and I'll add points in. And if you went back today and added your screenshots, I added your points, just so you know. I already went over that. Health Bet is coming back in January. It's a $2 million pot. So that should be something that you want to invite to. And Shino, the good news with that is that it doesn't start until, I think, the 9th. Let me verify that really quick. Yep, Monday the 9th. So you'll already be a solid coach again by then. So even though you're signing the 6th, we can get everybody lined up. And the day you sign, you can sign as many people as you want under you from the 6th to the 9th. And we'll get people right going so that you can also market that, market the health coach bet. And it's $2 million minimum pot this time. So maybe we'll get $32 instead of 16. Who knows? But I was really happy with 16. I thought that was a great amount. Honestly, I was good with it. One of the latest Zooms that we did in Team Ignite the Fire was on Success Partners. I highly encourage you to watch it. I am guilty of not having a success partner, and let me tell you who has recently inspired me to get one. Our very own Amy Lopez has been dating a success partner. She just had her 3rd date call. And they are deciding if they want to work together. This Team Ignite the Fire Zoom about success partners is a really good opportunity for you to learn about, like, what is a success partner? What does it entail? Who should you look for? You definitely want to find someone who's basically at the same level as you in the business, who has the same goals as you. You want to balance each other out. So maybe if you're really good at invites, and they're not super confident in that, that's something you can help them with. If you're not really great at organization, but they're really good at organization, that's something they can help you with. You want someone you're compatible with. And when you reach out to have a success partner, from what I understand, because again, it's not something I've actively worked on yet, but just started watching the Zoom and I'm going to start actively working on, you want someone who's going in the same direction as you. So as a diamond with a pretty solid diamond team, I'm not going to choose an emerald as a success partner. I need somebody who's also a solid diamond, who's working towards 1+ star diamond. And the reason is because the idea isn't to be necessarily a mentor, because that's what we do for each other. We mentor each other. The idea is to have a partner and someone that you can go alongside with. Shelly Gonzalez has had a success partner for a really long time, and they just sort of mirror each other, work together, figure out what works, and they talk about that in that Zoom. So if you need me to tag you in that, I'll be happy to do that. So good job, Amy, for dating your success partner to be possibly. Can't wait to hear if there's a proposal in the process. The last announcement I want to make is completing a program. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited that most of our team is completing a program now, start to finish. I cannot tell you, I mean, I don't know if you saw, but I had 240 people comment on my results, and I sent out 50 messages last night, another 60 today, and I'm going to send out messages to every single person who commented on my on my result from doing that vital behavior of being consistent and showing up, doing silly, sweaty selfies, Snapchat selfies, fast videos every night for 98 days plus a week because I got behind. Okay, got lazy, not behind, I'll be honest. But all of those people were rooting me on. And when I shared my results, I wasn't expecting to get the response that I got. And then from that, I already had 2 people order T25. So that is pretty exciting. Like, they believe in the process when they see you sticking to it. Not only that, but it works for you. And the whole reason that we're doing this, that we started this, like, I know I always come back to this, is because we want to better our health. So the best way to better our health is to figure out a program, start it, finish it, do it all the way through exactly like it's supposed to, and reap the rewards from it. So I know I already mentioned Amy. Actually, Amy just finished Country Heat today, so good job, Amy. Laura's in the middle of Shailene Extreme, and she just finished PIO not that long ago. Stephanie's in the middle of Insanity. I just finished T25, and I'm starting Body Beast tonight, God help me. Katie's in the middle of PIO, and Shino jumped on the train and is starting Max 30. So I'm super proud of you. And she even said in her post that she was inspired by all of the people who are doing it. And that is the magic, right? So we just inspire each other to do it. Magic. Okay. So those are my announcements. Does anybody else have any announcements that they want to talk about before I get into creating your vision board? I'm so mad that my vision board is in my room where my husband is asleep. I even tried to sneak in with a flashlight, and it didn't go well. I tripped over all the Christmas presents and almost woke him up, so I had to leave. So get your pens and papers ready, because I'm going to talk just a little bit about what your vision board should look like. I do have this kind of example. This isn't a vision board. This is actually something that I made in school. Stephanie will recognize it.
That's so funny. I just saw mine. I was taking out my Christmas decorations, and I just saw mine. And I was like, oh.
So your vision board can be like little. I have one that's a lot bigger. You could frame it. You could do it on cardstock. You could make a scrapbook. But the idea is that you want it to, you basically want to collect like things that inspire you, things that describe you, and visions and dreams that you have for yourself. So, for example, the vision board I really wanted to show off had a picture of a black lab. I had a picture of a health fitness instructor on it. I had a picture of taking my family to Disneyland. I mean, it wasn't my family. It was some random family in a magazine. It had, paying down debt, all these incredible things. And granted, it took 1.5 years. It wasn't just something that happened in a year, but I had it posted. Every day I looked at it. You guys, I own a black lab. Last summer, I took all my kids to Disneyland. I pretty much have no debt except for a secret credit card. And, but I don't have to have that. I just have it because, I don't know, like I'm independent or something. And hopefully Troy doesn't watch this later. Anyways, it's just amazing to me that like it truly works, that having this vision board truly works. So I'm just going to kind of give you some tips and some ideas that I took from some different websites, because I really want this, it's got to be personal. It doesn't have to be something you share with anyone else. I do encourage you to bring it to our next meeting or a meeting 6 months down the road if it takes you that long to do it. But I encourage you to take time and to sit down and do it. And my intention is to do it over winter break with my kids. I want my kids to do it. I included my kids last summer in a bucket list item, and it might be one of the coolest things I've ever done with my kids because they had things like roller skating with Jason, which is Amy's son, and like going swimming and seeing Mountain Hood, as Joel calls it. And the feeling of accomplishment and that seeing that list up and just seeing sort of how it affected my kids and then realizing how actually it affects me the same way was just incredible. So I do encourage you to put some things on there business-wise, but it's not mandatory. The whole purpose of it is for you to be able to have something to focus on. You know, just like all these little sticky notes. Here, I'll show you because you can't really see. Like I have like little sticky notes all over. These are all my goals. They're like all over my house. You guys know, I always talk about sticky notes. Help 5 people every month. It's all over my house. It's on my fridge. It's on my laptop. It's on my computer. This is a much bigger, prettier, fancier, artistic version of that. So I'm just going to read a few notes to you. I know you guys, it gets boring when I read to you, but just some tips and ideas. So use only words and images that best represent your purpose, your future, and words that inspire positive emotions in you. So things that bring out your positive emotions. And as I'm saying these things to you, if you think of words or you think of purposes or goals that you have for your future, write those down. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty in a list. Just make a big messy picture of all these words. Just as things come to you, start to write them down. It can be simple and clear, but it can also be real messy. And you know, like this one of mine is real like messy. There's lots of words. It doesn't have to be like perfect and pretty. It can be simple. One of the higher recommendations is to keep it simple, but if you have a whole bunch of dreams and ideas and thoughts, I want them all down on there. I don't really like to stick to the rules, in case you guys missed that about me. As time goes by and your dreams begin to manifest, look at those images that represent your achievements and feel gratitude for how well the law of attraction is working in your life. That's what it is with the sticky notes, with the dream board, with the vision board. When it's in front of your face, when you see it constantly, when it's right there, whether it's next to your bed or sitting in your living room for other people to see, it manifests, it comes to life. It's true because you're constantly thinking about how you want those things. I I didn't think I would ever have a black lab again. So let me give you this story. When I went through my second divorce, my ex-husband took my dog from me and wouldn't give it back. And that was really sad and hard for me. And I didn't think that I would ever want a black lab again. And I didn't really share too much that I wanted one. I shared my heartache over not having that specific dog anymore. But then I ended up getting a black lab for my birthday like 3 years later. So it's just interesting how it sort of all kind of works out. And some people can just say, oh, it's just coincidence. But I really believe in the law of attraction. So another important thing is to write down the date that you create your vision board. There's no expiration date on it, but write the date on the back that you've created your vision board. The universe loves speed, and you'll be amazed at how quickly the law of attraction responds to your energy, commitment, and your desires. Much like a time capsule, the board will document your personal journey, your dreams, and your achievements. I'm so in love with your baby, Shino. I want to put her on my dream board. It will become a record of your growth, awareness, and expansion. So it's not just something to look forward to, but it's like a monumental record of exactly what you've done and how far you've come. And as wellness coaches, isn't that what we want for our people? We want them to see how far they've come. We don't want them to focus on the end result. We want them to focus on the steps that are getting them there. And so these dream boards, another one on my dream board, the Eiffel Tower, right? Impossible. I was supposed to go 2.5 years ago and I didn't go, because I decided to have a surrogacy baby instead. And out of the blue, I ended up going this year. I think that was like the last thing on that board that hadn't been done. And I still didn't believe I was going till I was standing at the Eiffel Tower. So law of attraction is huge with these. When your mind is on it and you're focused on it, you're going to keep working towards it. Okay, next tip. Find pictures that represent or symbolize the experiences, feelings, and possessions you want to attract in your life and place them on your board. It's totally okay to have possessions on your board. There's nothing wrong with putting something on your board that you want to own. Someday, I want a big, beautiful stainless steel fridge that will not have fingerprints unless they're my grandchildren. And then I also want to have a maid. So I'll probably put both of those on there so that the maid can get the fingerprints off my stainless steel refrigerator. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, it's okay to have possessions on your dream board. Have fun with the process. Use photographs, like real photographs, magazine cutouts, pictures from the internet, whatever inspires you. Just be creative and include not only pictures, but anything that speaks to you. I have tons of magazines. I look for things off the internet. You know, we can print any kind of meme and then you can cut words out. You can Google a word, cut that word out. You know, there's so many things you can do. Okay, next is reflect upon your goals. Think about big questions. Before you get started making your vision board, spend some time thinking about the following general questions. What, in your view, is a good life? Steph and I just learned a little bit about this. This isn't the exact miracle question, but if everything was perfect tomorrow, what would that look like for you? I think that there are people who would say I would have $1 million. I wouldn't worry about money. I'd have 4 Corvettes. Realistically, that's not us. So what does your good life look like? And if you're living a good life now, like, what does your good life look like tomorrow that's even better? What would enhance your good life? Those are the types of things that you want to look for to put on your vision board. What makes a life valuable or worth living? Is it that you want to give back to the community? Is it a closer relationship with your kids? Is it a longer Zoom time? Yes, it is. I'm going to put that on my vision board. Collect inspirational words for your vision board. So you want it to be very visual and to contain plenty of images which appeal to you and which demand your focus. This isn't for anybody else. This is for you. You can't mess it up. It's not going to be ugly. It's not going up in an art gallery. It's going up in your bedroom. It's going up in your office. Sometimes you might show it to other people, but this is for you. You can't mess it up. Don't forget, though, to pepper your board with plenty of inspiring sayings and positive affirmations. Affirmations, affirmations, affirmations. Write that down, affirmations. An affirmation is a positive saying or script which you can repeat to yourself as a mantra. You can, of course, write your own affirmations, or you can search online for examples. Your aspirations should be positively focused. For example, perhaps your goal is to be selected as first violin in your orchestra, but in the past you've struggled to practice every day in spite of making resolutions every New Year's Eve. This is what I say to New Year's resolutions. We do dream boards, vision boards, and weekly and monthly goals, right, ladies? Right. This just highlights your previous shortcomings and has an overall negative tone. Instead, consider something like, I'll fill my home with joyful music daily. This is so much more positive and makes practicing an activity to look forward to as opposed to describing it as something to be endured. When creating your vision board, be in a peaceful place with encouraging music and feeling relaxed. In other words, don't do it when all of your children are driving you bat, you know what, crazy. It doesn't work. Place your vision board where you will see it every single day. Your goal in creating this vision board is to create a visual reminder of what you're hoping to accomplish and to be able to view it regularly in order to maintain your focus and motivation. Don't hide your vision board in the back closet. Put it someplace close to your bed so you see it right when you wake up and right when you go to bed, maybe in your office. Keep it out close to you when you're doing your power hours. When you're depressed, pull it out, take a look at it. But remember, don't use it as like, I haven't done this yet. You're using it as this is where I'm heading. This is what I'm working for. Okay, some important questions to ask as you're creating it. What activities do you want to learn how to do? What hobbies and activities do you already do but want to continue to do or get better at? What kind of career goals do you have? What steps will you have to accomplish along the way to be able to eventually land your dream job? What are your relationship goals? Those are hard, right? Boundaries, marriage, kids, friendships. Blah. We don't want to think about that. But on our vision boards, we want it to look good and we want it to feel good. So always remember to go back to that space. This isn't about your shortcoming. This is about what you want to create to be better for you. Okay, this is a little bit morbid, but it's true. How do you want to be remembered by others? For example, do you want to write the next great American novel? I don't. But do you want to head a charitable organization or even just be a part of a charitable organization that impacts the lives of others? And then finally, collect inspirational images for your vision board. So now it's time for you to find positive images that correspond to your chosen theme. Obvious sources are the internet, magazines, photographs, but don't forget to keep your eyes open while out and about for funky, inspirational postcards, newspaper clippings, labels. When choosing your images, select them with a careful eye. Make sure to choose and examine the entire image. For example, if your goal is to get into your dream college, be sure to include an image of the campus, but select shots that are taken during your favorite season or which shows students engaged in activities you hope to enjoy while enrolled as a student. So, okay, don't worry, I'm gonna upload all of this into our team file to help you guys. But basically, what I really wanted to focus on was that your vision board is never to be used as like, this is what I haven't done yet that I need to do. Your vision board is like, this is what would enhance my life. This is my goal. This is what I want to see. This isn't necessarily who I want to be, because I really feel like we are who we want to be. But how can we be better and bigger, and what tangible things do I want in my life? I could not have gotten to the Eiffel Tower just by, okay, that's not true. I could have gotten to the Eiffel Tower just by saving money and busting my butt to do it. But what I did is, including, and I'll show a picture of it later, on my vision board were all these inspirational, positive words. I wanted to give back to the world. I wanted to have meaningful work. I wanted to change people's lives. And so when I went to the Eiffel Tower, I went because I was invited to this, what the heck is it called? I was invited to a thing where people get together in a group. Why can't I think of the word? Conference. I was invited to a conference where people's lives were being changed. And because I was invited to that conference, I was able to pay $200 and take a train trip to go see the Eiffel Tower. So I was like all encompassing this amazing experience that had been on my dream board forever. My dog, obviously I miss my dog. This dog is amazing. I love him to pieces. I pay $120 a month for his medication now so that he won't be crazy. Does he replace my old dog? No, he's just my new dog. He's my new friendly family member, even though we've had him a couple years. I still miss my old dog. But my goal was to have that love back in my life, and it just happened to show back up in a black lab again. So stay positive. Believe in like the power of positivity. Know who you are. Know what your goals are. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It can be just this big, messy, globby thing that you have. And there's no expiration date, but you should always have the date that you created it on. I just talked at you forever. Do you guys have any questions? I'm going to unmute you all. Okay, then I am going to stop recording so we can talk for a minute. Thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to comment below that you attended and what your big takeaway was. And I will upload all of these files I just read to you in our team page so you can create your own vision board.